Hello everyone, my name is Jose Gallegos, and today I'm demonstrating a flow that I created for my client talent stacker. This flow was to meet the requirement of, which I have on screen right here, when a member is confirmed as certified, and send an automated congratulatory email to the member with talent stacker branding, copy the contact order on the email for verification and response. So we're going to go over that here. This is what the flow, just from an outside perspective, looks like. Before I go ahead and start though, I do want to thank Salesforce Lori. She made a great video on this topic, and it really helped me to create this flow. So thanks to her. I'll link her information down below. All right. So also want to mention that there's timestamps in the video below, so you can jump around to sections that you want to see, and yeah, I want to make that available to you. So that'll be down below. So before we jump into the flow, I want to just demonstrate how it looks from the org itself. So here we are on a member record right here named Eric Clapton. If we go down here, if we remember, the flow triggers when a member is confirmed as certified, right? So that's what we're gonna do here is when the member, it's basically this checkbox here. We have some validation rules that we have to actually enter this information as well, so we're gonna enter that. We're going to hit save, and the flow is going to trigger. We won't see anything on this end, but if we go to the email addresses, we have the user email address, which is right here, or the contact owner's email address per the requirement. They're going to get the email. It says, hello, Eric Clapton, congratulations on earning your admin certification. This is the contact owner getting this email. Then also the contact's email themselves is going to get email as well. It's saying right here, same thing. As you can see, the image is embedded in there. That's kind of a tricky part too that I want to go over as well. So now that we see what that looks like from the org itself, let's take a look at the technical components now of the actual flow. So let's take a look. When does this flow start? When does it trigger? This flow starts, it's on the member object when a record is created or updated with all these conditions. So the admin certification obtained equals true. So we just went over that of that checkbox, checking it. And right here, email is null, is false. So essentially what this means, it was kind of confusing for me, but if the email is blank being false, so essentially it's saying like the email address has to have something in it. The email address field on the member object has to have something in it for this flow to trigger. And then next right here, we only want to run the flow for update records when a record is updated to meet the condition requirements. And then since we're sending an email after, we want to optimize for actions and related records. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We actually do have to create some text templates eventually, but what we did here is we added an action component. So if you hit the the action element, excuse me. If you click add element here, we can click action, and then from there you can choose send email action, and it's going to look something like this. So right here in body, that's where you're going to put your text template that you create. Let's take a look at the one I created for the congratulatory email. So here we can put in exactly what we want the email to say, and if you remember, this is what the email had said. Now if you want to insert a resource like record first name, record last name, all you have to do is kind of click in the area you want it to appear. You click on insert resource, and let's say if you want it to be the record's first name, you type in contact here. Sometimes it doesn't work on the first click, so you just got to click it again, record contact, and from here you just search first name, and you see how it plops it in here over here, and that's just going to get the record's first name. In this case it was Eric, and it got their last name Clapton as well, so you put that in there. And that's pretty much it. You can write whatever you want in here. Now the difficult part was getting the image to actually show up. So one thing that you might want to do right out the gate is simply just, if you don't have an image here, just click on the image, find the image that you want to upload, and plop it in here, right? And it looks like this. You might think that's all and well, you might be done, you send the email, but when you actually send the email, you find that the image won't actually appear there. So we have to follow these steps for the image to appear. What you want to do is that same image that you want to put here, you want to go into your files in Salesforce. So essentially, you're going to go over here to the apps, search files, go there. It's going to look like this. You're going to upload that image up to here. And this is the image that I uploaded right here, right? And what you want to do is get a public link for that image. So the first time you click public link, it'll ask you to create it. You hit OK or whatever, and here's the public link. What you want to do is copy that link. And I'll close out of this because this is for the example here. So I copied that public link. I paste it in here. It's going to look like this. And what you want to do in addition to that is copy the image address. Paste that. And this is what you actually want to put in there. So you have this, this URL copied. It's already copied because you click copy image address. But essentially what you want is to go back to here and the image that you pasted, from your or the image that you uploaded from your computer, you want to view this as a plain text. And instead of these parentheses right here, this image, this is like the image that doesn't work, right? And we want to put the image that's public and visible. So all you have to do is paste that in here. We can see that it looks different here, and this is the one that's actually going to work. So if you go back to view as rich text, we'll see it's still the same visible, except this time it's actually going to work when you send the email and the image will show. I'm going to hit cancel here just because I already have this done and I don't want to resave it. So I'll just cancel. If we look at it, it's still that same big old one that I initially did. So that's how you get the congratulatory email to have the image embedded in there, okay? So if you go back to the action of sending the email for the subject, you could just type whatever you want in there. You can even include a little bit more if you want. But then to send the email addresses, if you just start typing in, if you were to go to like record email, and then you try to put a comma and enter like record contact owner email, it won't let you put in the second email or the second resource in here. So what you actually have to do is create a text template for recipient emails here. You can name it whatever you want. But let's go ahead and take a look at that text template I created here. You go to recipient emails, and what you want to do is I can show you how I did this. So I'm going to space over here and show you an example of the record email. This is like, in this case would be Eric Clapton's email, right? That's what it's going and retrieving. And then the record owner email, it's getting the record owner's email. So to do that, you click up here, go down to record, and then you can search email. And what that's going to do, I just popped this over here, is it's getting the record email it's sending to, and then all you want to do is do a comma, and you don't even have to space. You can just from there put in the other one, which would be record. It's a contact. Go to owner ID up here, and then email, just like that. So I'm just doing it again, but that's essentially how I got it in there. The next thing you want to do is after you make this, just like this with the comma, no space, make sure you view it as plain text, because what actually happened that I was getting an error was that there were some P's over here like this, and when I was viewing it as plain text, not exactly like this, but something similar, and it wasn't getting it as valid emails when I was trying to save the record, and it wouldn't even let me save the record. Make sure you view it as plain text, get rid of those P's, and then you can save it, this text template resource. All right, so then we're going to go back here and take a look. So now we've added, this body with the image. We have the 2 email addresses that we're sending it to. Make sure you include the rich text format and make it true. That way it'll include the image. And that is pretty much it. Again, the trickiest part being getting the image to actually show. Yeah, this is how we sent to multiple email addresses. Got the image in the email. If anyone did this sort of flow in a different way and you want to share, feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions or need any help, comment down below. I'll help with what I can. And I'll leave my LinkedIn in the description as well. If you want to DM me on there for any questions or anything like that, that'd be great. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.